your world famous jungle cruise. And my name is Jerry, and I'll be your skipper for the next 2 weeks. Now, to increase your enjoyment and odds of survival, everyone does need to stay seated, keeping your arms and hands inside the boat. And parents, please watch your children. These crocodiles are really hungry this afternoon.
That's right.
We are now entering the Amazon rainforest, where it rains 365 days a year. Why, that's almost every day. Now, this river, the Amazon, it carries 4 times the amount of water as any river in the world. And most of it comes from beautiful waterfalls like this one here. We are now entering the Congo River. Travels through some of the deepest and darkest areas of Africa. Now, folks, if you've ever wanted to see the Jungle Book, today is your lucky day, because I know right where it's at. It is sitting right there in the jungle, all right there. Coming up in front of us, this looks like an African pygmy beach party. And lucky for us, they had it last night. We are now entering what is called Banana Country. So please keep your eyes peeled for anything scary in case we have to split.
Banana split, haha.
Now, folks, this morning I was a little bit late to work. I couldn't get my Jeep to start, so I had my friends the gorillas come over and take a look at it. Well, it looks like they finally got it turned over. They must have used a monkey wrench. We are now entering the Nile River, which is over at 4,000 miles long, making it the longest river in the world. Coming up in front of us is an African elephant, and it looks like he has a few words for us
African
today.
elephants. Phonics.
Now, besides being very noisy, that little guy weighs over 6 tons and can eat up to 500 pounds of food a day. Coming up in front of us is called an African veld. This is where animals come down to drink, and I'm sure they're drinking a lot on a day like this. We have wildebeest, giraffes, zebras. Up on the rocks, we have a really super nice family of lions. Why, they're just sitting there watching that little zebra take a nap. Coming up in around our corner here is something that it always makes me speechless when I see this. I'm just glad I'm not the last man on that totem pole. Now, those rhinos, they weigh over 4,000 pounds, and they can outrun a horse. Those guys didn't believe me, but sooner or later, they'll get the point.
Yeah, same way.
unusual than that, and that's what's on my other side. This young gentleman up here, his name is Trader Sam. He's our head salesman here in the jungle, and he's came down to the river to try and make us a deal today. He wants to trade 2 of his heads for 1 of yours. Now when we do pull in, everyone needs to stay seated and be careful with your arms and elbows. They need to be all the way inside the boat. We don't want to use them as